If you've used a smartphone in 2021, it's likely you've read about or received a pop-up from WhatsApp and its new privacy policy. The update has turned millions of users away from the app over fears of how their data might be harvested. But where have all those users gone to stay in touch with their close friends? One of the answers to that question is Signal, the app for sending messages and making voice and video calls that encrypts your data from start to finish. But exactly how does it operate so differently to other platforms like WhatsApp? How does it make money despite not displaying any ads? And should you consider making the switch to the world's most private and fastest growing messaging app, which already boasts millions of users? Here's how it happened. Signal's early days were not quite as independent as its more recent history. Whisper Systems, the creators of the encrypted voice calling app Redphone and encrypted texting program Text Secure, was acquired by Twitter in 2011. One of Whisper's founders, Moxie Marlinspike, was appointed head of cybersecurity at Twitter, but left after only a couple of years to form the not very creatively named Open Whisper Systems, to focus on the collaborative open source development of Text Secure and Redphone. These two apps were later merged, and by 2015 had become Signal, a one-stop shop for communicating privately with your contacts. But what's so special about Signal? Well, any messages sent via Signal benefit from end-to-end encryption, much like WhatsApp, meaning they're coded while they're in transit between you and your friends' phones, and can't be read as they travel across the internet. But their differences lie more in the ethos of their parent companies, and how they may use the data they collect to improve their other products. WhatsApp is owned by Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook, a company that's tackled a number of lawsuits over privacy and technology like facial recognition. Its recent update was announced in early January 2021. Stating, as part of the Facebook family of companies, WhatsApp receives information from and shares information with this family of companies. We may use the information we receive from them, and they may use the information we share with them to help operate, provide, improve, understand, customize, support, and market our services and their offerings. The announcement sparked an immediate backlash, as users feared their data like their messages, contacts, and location could be shared with Facebook as they seek to improve their personalized ads service. Users began deleting WhatsApp in their millions, with Tesla founder Elon Musk even tweeting two powerful words: use Signal. Sure enough, Signal tweeted a screenshot of its analytics report from the Google Play Store, suggesting tens of millions of downloads had taken place in the aftermath of Musk's tweet, even causing an outage of the service for several days. The hype around Signal had become so real that the stock price of Signal Advance, an unrelated company that just shares a similar name, saw its stock price skyrocket more than 5,000% in the midst of the online hysteria. After a few days, and having lost millions of their users, WhatsApp clarified their new policy, explaining that it was only to accommodate new ways to chat or shop with businesses, something Zuckerberg had alluded to in the past, and that the new terms would have no impact on the security of personal messages. To give users enough time to understand the changes and to try to claw back some of its lost customers, the start date of the new policy was pushed back from February to May 2021. But what made Signal such an attractive alternative in the first place? Well, Signal itself actually operates as a non-profit organisation, the Signal Foundation, and so they seemingly have less incentive to use your data to generate revenue. The Signal Foundation was set up by Marlinspike and WhatsApp co-founder Brian Acton in 2018 to develop open-source privacy technology that protects free expression and enables secure global communication. The foundation was lifted off the ground by a zero-interest $50 million loan from Acton, and is responsible for what's called the Signal Protocol, basically the open-source system used to encrypt Signal's messaging service. Several other major platforms have integrated closed-source versions into their own services, including Facebook Messenger, Skype, and ironically, WhatsApp. Signal offers everything you've come to expect from a standard messaging app, like group calls and chats, plus files, GIFs, and voice notes, and also enjoys a few extra secure features, including an expiration time on your messages before they're deleted, and a blurring tool to easily block out things like faces and road signs from photos before sending them. The app requires a phone number for verification to get started, but this doesn't need to be the same as the device you're messaging on, and can even be a landline. With endorsements from whistleblower Edward Snowden and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, there's plenty to like about Signal, especially as a free application. WhatsApp may have a few more customizable features and a significantly higher uptake, with an estimated 2 billion worldwide users, but will remain divisive as long as it's led by the polarizing Zuckerberg. Other privacy-focused alternatives do exist, like Telegram, but Signal's 50 million users might be the most protected out there, given their encryption process takes place on your device, whereas Telegram's takes place in the cloud. In any case, surely the biggest factor will be whether you can convince your whole group chat to migrate to a new platform, and just how high up privacy is on your list of priorities. And that's how it happened. Thanks for watching.